We're trying to record here. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you guys will be able to just kind of go through this PowerPoint with me. And like I said, I can't see you guys right now. All I see is the PowerPoint. So if you have a question, feel free to unmute yourself and ask. But so for those of you that don't know me, I'm Josh Carter. I'm the school counselor at the high school. This is my third year in that position. I've been at the high school. This is my 12th year there. Served as a special education teacher prior to becoming the school counselor. So enjoying the role and a great opportunity to interact with all the kids there. So I'm the only one that does my role at the school. So I get to have an opportunity to meet all the kids and stuff. So really enjoy that. So thanks for coming and being a part of this. Just to kind of give you a little background on the school counseling program, our vision is really to ensure that all students in our district graduate academically prepared. Somebody come in. Academically prepared, personally, socially equipped, ready to pursue their college and career aspirations. And so, you know, we talk about academics is a big part. I know a lot of times people see my role as just kind of doing scheduling and stuff like that, but it is more than that. I work with students dealing with, you know, personal challenges, struggles that they're going through. And then we also talk about, you know, college and career options and how to get reach those goals. So believe that all students deserve access to high quality education and that all students can learn with the proper tools and supports, and that all students should graduate high school and be prepared to pursue a career or post-secondary education option. So that's what we you know, hope to see, and obviously doesn't always happen, but that's kind of what we're shooting for. So here, there's just a little graphic that you can kind of see how the academic, the personal, social side of the college and career, there, you know, this is just kind of what we do, and it's there's overlap in all of those areas. Sometimes the personal, social aspects will affect the academic aspects, and vice versa, and you know, your academics can obviously affect your college and career options as well. So so we'll go ahead and jump into talking about the academics. So at the high school level, some of you probably already know this, the students earn credits, and they earn credits by passing their classes. So each semester class is a half a credit. Generally, they're going to take 7 classes plus a study hall each semester. Some students don't take a study hall, but most of them do, and so they can get generally 3.5 credits a semester with their if they pass all their classes. The exceptions would be driver's ed and our career readiness class. Those are 9-week classes, so they're 1/4 credits each. And obviously you have to have a passing grade at the end of the semester to earn credit in the class. So going on from freshman year to sophomore year, you gain sophomore status by how many credits you have, how many classes you pass. So so getting into your sophomore year, you have to have at least 5 credits to be considered a sophomore, 11 to be considered a junior, and then 17 to be considered a senior. So if you know, we've had kids that are in their 3rd year that have 10.5 credits, and they are still considered sophomores at that point. So So just something to be aware of. Graduation requirements, as you can see here, 4 years of English. These are the state graduation requirements. Speech is taken generally senior year. That's a half credit class, a semester class that is required. It counts as one of your English credits. So 3 years of math, algebra, and geometry are part of those 3 years. Students that take algebra, their 8th grade year, they don't obviously have to take it again in high school, but they would need geometry plus 2 other years of math credits to meet those graduation requirements. 2 years of science credits, semester of health, 2 years of fine or applied arts. And I tell kids, you can't get through GCMS high school without having 2 years of fine or applied arts. So that will be a guarantee that you'll get those. So those are your band, chorus, art classes, foreign language, shop classes, family consumer sciences, business technology, all of those. So also need 2 years of social studies, and the state requires a year of American history, a semester of civics, and then also the state requires a semester of consumer economics or consumer education. And that's generally our economics class is what students take. And then they need 4 years of PE as well, and then a total of 25 credits to graduate. So generally, if students pass all their classes, they'll get 7 credits a year. So usually by the end of their high school career, they're going to end with 28 credits. So usually not a problem. So they do have some wiggle room in there if they kind of stumble on a class or two. College entrance requirements. Most colleges, these are, college requirements vary from school to school. So this is just kind of a general rule of thumb. 4 years of English, 3 or 4 years of math, depending upon the college, and what you're planning to major in as well. But we do recommend that all students that are planning on going to college at least take a semester of math their senior year. Need 3 years of science for most colleges, 3 years of social studies, and then 2 years of either the fine arts, so the band, chorus, art classes, or foreign language. So we offer Spanish at the high schools. If you're planning on going to a junior college, Parkland, Heartland, any student that meets our graduation requirements is going to be accepted into those schools. However, getting into Parkland College doesn't guarantee that you're going to qualify for a college level class. So all their college level classes are 100 level classes, and they will place you based on SAT scores or their placement exams. So you have to test into English 101, for example, and that is ways you can test into that is your SAT. If you get a 480 or higher on the SAT English reading and writing portion of the SAT, you qualify for college level classes. So if you don't qualify, you can still take classes there at Parkland, the 099 or whatever classes like that, but those don't count towards a degree. So just to be aware of that. So generally, like I said, a course load is going to be 6 classes plus a study, PE is required, plus a study hall as well. So, and I put a link in there, and I will share this document with all the students. And so there's a link for the all of our course descriptions that we offer. So just kind of look at those, and on the course request form that I gave to the students the other day, it does have their freshman course options, their course descriptions on the back of that page. I will say it's pretty small font, so if you need a magnifying glass like me, or you know, you might need to look at that document that I will share with the students to be able to read those a little bit easier. Just because you request a class doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get that class. It just depends on if the class is filled up, what the class is, and how many sections we offer, those types of things. So sometimes we don't have enough kids sign up for a class to offer that, but generally all the freshman options we do, so it shouldn't be a problem. Also, once you sign up for a class, you know, when we start out the school year, everybody will have their schedule. We don't allow students to drop a class just because they don't like it, or are failing it, or want to be with friends, or they don't like the teacher, or whatever. Okay, so if you sign up for it, just be prepared to take it. If it's a year-long class and you get into it and you're struggling, you don't like it or whatever, we can look at taking you out at semester. But once you're in there, you're going to be in there for at least a semester. So just be careful about what you choose. And if you have questions about classes, feel free to ask. And I'll do my best to answer those questions. So students can only have one study hall. I get asked that a lot. How many study halls can I have? So unfortunately, just one until you get to senior year. If you have 4 college level classes or more, we do offer you another study hall if you need it. So driver's education eligibility. Students have to pass 8 classes over the previous 2 semesters. So I'll look at their 8th grade grades. Most of them, it's not an issue at all, but they do have to pass 8 classes, so 4 per semester, or 2 one semester, 6 another, whatever it may be, in order to qualify for driver's ed. That's a state requirement. And generally, we don't put freshmen in driver's ed until second quarter. Just it depends. If we don't have very many sophomores, we may look at throwing some freshmen in there, but generally second quarter is when at the earliest we look at. And so, kind of how we do that is based on birthday. Students have to be 15 either prior to taking the classroom portion of driver's ed, or if they turn 15 during the class, that's acceptable as well. We'll look at class space and all that stuff too, and disciplinary record, stuff. So just something to be aware of. Students, if they miss 3 class periods of driver's ed, they will be removed from driver's ed for that 9 weeks. State requires students to be in driver's ed for a certain number of hours, and if they miss more than 2 class periods, they can't meet that state requirement. So we always encourage, when the student's in driver's ed, if they have a dentist appointment or those types of things, just try to schedule those outside of driver's ed time if you can, because it doesn't matter what the absence is for. It counts even if it's excused and all that kind of stuff. So just some special opportunities for students to be aware of once they get into junior and senior year. We have a lot of upper level classes to challenge students and give them opportunities to do things, whether it be career related or preparing them for college. So we have 5 AP classes, advanced placement. These are college level classes, and students can earn college credit based on if they score high enough on the end of the year test in that class. So the first one is AP US History. We also offer AP Music Theory, AP Chemistry. It will be offered this next year for the first time, AP Biology, and AP Calculus. So, we also offer three dual credit classes. Three dual credit classes at the high school. Dual credit statistics, applied statistics, dual credit psychology, and sociology. And those the students take online. We give them time. We assign them to the library for a time to do that, and they're on their own to do that. We do pay for those classes for the students. So, it's an investment on the district's part, but it's a great opportunity for kids to get some of their general education classes out of the way while still in high school. We also, the Parkland offers an early college and career academy, and they have these different programs here that you can see that juniors and seniors can take. Some of the programs are only open to seniors, but they can, go from anything from automotive technology. Juniors and seniors can do that. Computer networking, computer programming, construction trades is one that they're starting next year for the first time. Give kids an opportunity to experience, all the different trades, whether it be electrician, plumbing, carpentry, bricklaying, iron workers, all those, and they will, have opportunities to go off-site and experience that. Criminal justice is one, education, EMS, healthcare kind of focus, and then the EMS fire service focus as well. And then CNA program, and then industrial technology. So those are offered down at Parkland, and students go down there from 7:30 to 9:30 every day, and they follow Parkland's schedule. We also provide, we pay for those classes. And some of those are, it's generally ranges, in a ballpark of $2,000 a year per student to do those programs. And our district pays for each of the kids to do that. They want to do that, and then they can, if they get in. So there's an application that's involved in that. And so we don't provide transportation down there for that, but it's a great opportunity again to kind of jumpstart a career or knock out some college classes before you move on to take more college classes after high school. So also a co-op program is open to juniors and seniors, and that's where students work a job in the community, and they go to school part-time basically. So they'll work anywhere from 3 to 4 class periods generally, and then come to school, and they can work either in the morning or afternoon, and we just set up their schedule outside of that so they can earn money and not have to be at school some part of the day, which is a big plus for some of them. So and then also there's a program that's called CEO, that's for seniors, creating entrepreneurial opportunities, easy for me to say. But that's students learn about starting a business, creating a business plan, how to find funding to start a business, those types of things, and kind of get some skills they learn from business leaders in the community. That's kind of a co-op between GCMS, Fisher, and PBL. We have students from all three districts that participate in that. And so those are just some of the options that kids, I tell them, first 2 years of high school can open the door for you to have some great opportunities, but you got to make sure you're doing the things that you need to do academically, especially to put yourself in position to have these opportunities. And so grades freshman, sophomore year are pretty important in that regard. So, all right. So again, just as far as changing your schedule, once we get that set, is there a valid educational reason that you need to change your schedule? Generally, it's not. Most students come in, want a schedule change, you're just not liking the class or whatever. And so, like I said, we can look at doing that, semester of a full-year class, or if there's medical reasons or stuff like that. Excessive absences, again, driver's ed will change your schedule, take you out of driver's ed if you miss 2 classes. So, just some of the activities and clubs that are available, and so we'll kind of go through some of these. I think it's important for students to get involved at the high school level. One, it gives them an opportunity to meet and interact with students outside of the classroom, and interact with teachers outside of the classroom too. Get to know them on a different level, and get some different experiences in their high school career, and depending upon what they want to do after high school, it could be something that on a college application you can share about the experiences and whatnot. But we do have a lot of different opportunities available as far as that goes. Sports, and I'll talk about those in a minute. But some of the others, student council, Scholastic Bowl, Interact Clubs, a service club, Red Army, musicals, variety show, FCA, FFA, and I tell kids too that if there's something that you're interested in starting, we've had kids start a knitting club before. We have book clubs at school, and students read books together and talk about those. So if there's something you're passionate about and you want to do, find a staff member to be the sponsor of it, and you can get it going. Some of the sports that we offer, why the G on cheerleading didn't stay up there, but so baseball, boys and girls basketball, cheerleading, football, boys and girls golf, track, softball, volleyball, tennis, soccer, and wrestling are both co-ed sports, and then we offer dance as well. So lots of opportunities to get involved, and so on the sports and other activities like the musical, variety show, those types of things, we do check grades for those. If a student is failing a particular class, they can be failing one class for up to 3 weeks. After the 3rd week, if they're still failing that class, they will be ineligible. Any week that they're failing 2 classes or more, they're ineligible automatically. And then as far as their semester grades go, if they fail 2 classes in a semester, they are ineligible the following entire semester. So, all right. So just kind of talking a little bit about transition and kind of parents' roles and things that you can do to support your students. It's a great time of growth and maturity for the kids, and it's cool to see kids come in as freshmen and just kind of where they're at maturity wise, and then by the time they leave, just how much they've grown. But we definitely know that it can be a time of difficulty and stress as students approach that next step and next phase in their life of adulthood. And so it's a lot of hormones and challenges and difficulties for kids, and just want to encourage our parents, to be a support there for your students. And we definitely believe that you guys can be that source of support and stability through those turbulent seas of high school. And the things that I've seen, the areas that have been most beneficial for the students that I've worked with, definitely showing the love to your students, that you care about them regardless of where their grades are, how well they do in athletics, or how talented they are, those types of things, that they know that you love them, you care about them regardless, because of who they are. And then also, setting those boundaries for the kids, and letting them know that, you're setting those boundaries there not to limit them, but to liberate them, and to give them opportunities within that, to grow and mature. And then hold them accountable. If a kid says they're going to do something, we just encourage you to hold them accountable, and be there to support them through that. And challenges are important for the growth process. And as we've seen kids fight through those difficulties and challenges, and a lot of them are going through those right now. But as we see them fight through those things, it's been awesome to see how much they've grown through that process, and just being able to overcome the challenges they face. So if you have any questions, I can take those now, but if you want to set up a time to meet with me, or we can talk about the questions. But there's my email and phone number. You can reach out to me and let me know if you have any questions about high school scheduling, college career plans, those types of things. I would be happy to do my best to answer those questions for you. And I let the kids know as well that I don't have all the answers, but I will do my best to find out answers. So still learning in this process. And so, but I appreciate the time that you guys have given tonight. I hopefully answered questions that you have. And then, if you have anything in the you want to type in the chat, or if you have something you want to ask, feel free to ask away. But all of the students should have gotten the request form, the yellow sheet that they should have brought home the other day, where they sign up for the classes that they're interested in, and so they can write in their electives on there, and then also their alternatives. And they turn those into Mrs. Jameson, and those are due by next Tuesday. So I'll tell you guys, I told Miss Jameson, if you got a couple kids that need a little bit more time, we can take them by Friday, but we just gotta have time to get those entered in and everything. So, anybody have any questions at this point? Some of you probably know you already have kids that have been in high school and stuff, and kind of know the ropes a little bit. So may not be too many, but anybody have any off the hand?
Hey, Mr. Carter, this is
Hi.
Bernadette.
Yeah.
Could you review, I didn't write it down, the number of credit hours to qualify for junior year and senior year?
Yeah. So 11 credits for juniors, junior status, and then 17 for senior status.
And if you're doing the dual credit courses, I'm sorry, I'm totally distracted. I'm watching the girls play volleyball.
Oh, that's
If you're
okay.
doing the dual credit courses, do you have to have an open study hall or time to meet, or can it be in addition to your 8-hour credits?
Um, so generally, yeah, though the dual credit classes, we give them a time because they get high school credit for those as well. So we mark out a time in their schedule at school. Are you asking like, hey, can you take 8 full classes from the high school and then add a dual credit class on top of that? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was asking.
Yeah. So we haven't had that before. That would be something we'd have to have discussion about. And see, I guess I would probably look at what the rationale was of just trying to get more classes in or whatever. We would look at that kind of on an individual basis. All right. Well, I don't think anybody else has anything. It look like so. Um, Again, appreciate everybody coming in and listening. Hopefully, it was beneficial for you. But if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I will share the course descriptions, and I'll go ahead and share this PowerPoint with the students through their email, and we can also put it on our website. So. But don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything, if there's anything I can do to help you. So, you guys have a great night.